So let's put it all together now in terms of our washing curves. So there's a few things I'll change on our graph here. So if you plot concentration versus time for washing of volatile anesthetics, you don't get a straight line. It looks like our washing curve here, but it's not quite an exact exponential curve. So on my y-axis, I have FA to FI ratio, which is the ratio of inspired concentration versus alveolar concentration. So FA is our alveolar concentration, and FI is our inspired. On the x-axis I have time, and I'll put minutes, and I'm just going to use 30 minutes here as our window that we're going to measure. This graph isn't accurate in terms of time for many volatiles. I'm just using it as an example to demonstrate what we're talking about. So at the beginning, the concentration rises very quickly because the gradient between the new gas and the old gas is large. But as equilibrium approaches, the gradient becomes smaller and the curve flattens out. So the last few percent take a disproportionately longer time than the first part. Now the shape isn't a classical exponential shape, as each part of this curve has a different time constant as it represents wash-in of the circuit to the functional residual capacity at the start, which is the steep part. Then the bend here is determined by uptake of anesthetics from the alveoli to the blood, which is further augmented by tissue uptake, which influences the gradient. There are essentially 5 key steps we need to understand to then be able to work out how we can manipulate the volatile or gas speed of onset or uptake, which can also be reversed to understand washout as well. So the first step is your fraction inspired. So you would pick a specific fraction inspired, and as you may have already realized, if you use a higher fraction inspired, then you're going to have a larger gradient. The second step is the time constant for filling of the circuit volume. So this is circuit volume divided by fresh gas flow. The third step is filling off the functional residual capacity. So this is functional residual capacity divided by minute ventilation. The fourth step is your uptake from your alveoli to blood, and this is cardiac output times your blood gas partition coefficient of the volatile or the gas you're using, times the partial pressure gradient, which is your partial pressure in the alveoli minus your partial pressure in the venous blood that is returning through the lungs to be oxygenated. The fifth step is the time constant for tissue uptake, and this is solubility of the gas or the volatile within the tissue times the volume that the tissue occupies within the body divided by the blood flow through the tissue. The 4 key compartments to be aware of is the vessel-rich group, muscle, fat, and the vessel-poor group. So let's just start at step 1 and apply this to our graph here.